Do you love writing romance and love interests? Then this video's for you. Since it's Valentine's week, I've decided to share the 3 do's and don'ts for writing intimate scenes. This can be any type of intimate scene. It can be as simple as kissing or more. So be sure to stick around. Let's get started. Hey guys, Nour here and welcome back to my channel. For those visiting for the first time, hello! I'm the fantasy author of the novel Divinity Falling. Be sure to subscribe for weekly writing advice videos. So I'm just going to hop right into the do's and don'ts. I'm going to start with all the do's and then dive into all the don'ts. Do show what characters are thinking and feeling. Concentrate on the emotions. Writing an intimate scene, whether it's a kissing scene or a sex scene, is all about the emotions and sensations. It's called intimate for a reason. So be sure to let readers know what's running through characters' heads. Are they nervous? Are they noticing something about the other person that they never realized before? Your job in this scene isn't just to describe how they kissed and what areas they touched. Your job is to transport readers into these characters' shoes. Do utilize the 5 senses. This is a must for everything you write, but especially when writing an intimate scene. After all, you want readers to feel the moment. So think of everything the characters are feeling and seeing, but then go beyond that. What are they hearing in the background? Are they in a steamy hot tub with a view of snowy mountains? Then let us hear the water jets shooting the water out. Let us feel the rising steam. When characters touch, what sensations do they feel? Do they smell like the wine they're drinking? If they kiss, does one character taste like the gum they're always chewing? The 5 senses are everything. Do write what's natural for the scene and genre. This is for all the writers who are shy about writing an intimate scene because their friends and family might read it. Listen, this is a story. Your job is to write what's natural for the scene. I heard this advice in college and it's stuck with me ever since. I'm telling my character's story, so I must do what they would naturally do. It does not define me as a person, and their actions are not a reflection of mine. So, if it's important for my characters to discover their sexuality, that's what they have to do. At the same time, it's important to keep in mind what kind of story you're writing. What's your genre? Who's your target demographic? For example, if you're writing for teenagers, you don't want to write a really graphic sex scene, or even any sex scene if that's not what your story is about. You could write intimate scenes that are just kissing. Similarly, if you're writing a romance for adults, you're often expected to have more sex scenes. In this case, it's up to you to decide how much information you want to share with the reader. You could give some details about the sex and leave the rest up to readers' interpretation, or you could show everything. Or you could hint that the sex is about to happen and end the chapter there. Again, this all depends on what's natural for your characters and your genre. If you have to write a sex scene because you're writing an adult romance, then so be it. And if you're worried about family reading it, remember that these are fictional characters and not you. And your job is to write realistic characters. Let's move on to the don'ts. Don't make an intimate scene one-sided. In all intimate scenes, there's going to be one main character and their love interest. So even though you're going to describe things from the main character's point of view, they shouldn't be the only one in action and vice versa. For instance, you don't want one character making all the moves while the other just stands there. This intimate scene should be consensual. So if they're not both into it, it shouldn't happen, just like in real life. To ensure this reads well, make sure both characters have equal action. So if one character has their hand in the other character's hair, the other character should touch their bicep or hand or something like that. Keep it mutual. Don't think of yourself as your characters. I can't stress this enough. Just because you're writing an intimate scene doesn't mean it's about you. Your character's behavior during these scenes might be completely different from what's normal to you. Your job isn't to write about your intimate life. Your job is to write about theirs. So again, write what's natural for your characters. If they wouldn't do something, don't add it to the scene and vice versa. Don't rush the flirting and sexual tension before things happen. Basically, whatever you do, don't have your characters jump into kissing without any warning. That's not intimate at all, that's just random. Instead, lead up to the big moment. Have them talk and flirt. Have them accidentally bump knees under the table. Create a slow burn during this scene. Don't rush into the intimate stuff. So that's all I have for you today. I'd love to know, do you ever get nervous about friends or family reading your intimate scenes? Let me know in the comments. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe. I put out weekly writing advice videos that will take your story to the next level. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media to see what I'm up to from day to day and to chat with me. And before we go, I just want to give a quick shout out to Sarah Frayne, Alan J. Early, and Noah Kovanzi from my shoutouts here over on Patreon, as well as all my amazing patrons. Thank you all so much for your support. I really appreciate you. And remember, Nour for president.